Well, good morning, guys. I got a horrible sun right in my eyes this morning, so sorry for the glare that I've got going. But I wanted to bring you guys a video today on Lake Seminole, doing a little bit of pre-spawn fishing, maybe looking at some of the ponds for crappie. But we've had that major front come through that came through Texas, and thank goodness it was not nearly as bad here as they've got it. But it did knock our temperatures down into the low 30s last night, and we had 70-degree weather all week last week, and we got a lot of rain this week, and the rivers are just completely flooded way out of the banks, and there's just huge amounts of cold, muddy water coming into the reservoirs. Lake Seminole was about 3 feet high today, and if you know Lake Seminole, that's just dangerous to be on that lake with all the timber, because it would all be underwater today. It would have been miserable fishing and just not a safe place to be. So I'm back out here on Lake Talquin today, and I'm going to take you around. We've got, of course, a lot of cold, high, muddy water coming into the lake, and the fish were pre-spawn. They were trying to get ready to spawn, so I'm not sure where they're going to be today. I'm not sure if they're going to bite. But what we're going to do is we're going to go out there and we're going to look for them. I'm going to take you with me. We're going to see if we can locate them. I suspect they'll be somewhere between the edges of the river channels near the mouth of the cove where they were the last time I was here, and the back of the coves. So we're going to go check that. And we also got to remember today that we've got a lot of cold, muddy water coming through the lake, so I suspect there's a pretty good current out here on this lake. So we're going to look for places where we can get and the fish can get out of that current. So places where we've got major points that stick out into the lake that'll block the wind and block that cold, muddy current, that have deep water, and of course the places they're going to spawn close by. And I'm gonna get the video. I'm gonna put it on the fish finders, and we're gonna go look, because you know, it just doesn't do you any good just to go out and start willy-nilly fishing. And I'm gonna try to show you kind of the thought process I go through every time I go fishing. I always come out on the lake and start my day with trying to locate the fish, because you know, you got to find the fish before you can catch the fish. And if we can find them, then we're going to see if we can get them to bite, which that's going to be difficult in this high, cold, muddy water and this major front that came through. That was a pretty good swing in temperature from 70 all week down into the 30s last night. So we'll get out there on the water. We'll see what we can find. Maybe we can find some fish today and learn something. All right, guys. I don't know about you guys, but I should have been a weatherman, because I don't know if you can see it or not, but it is not calm out here today. They said it was going to be blowing 5 to 10. It's blowing more like 10 to 15 right now. We got white caps and rough water. I don't know if you can look at my screen here or not, but you can see all the mud and debris in the water. It's going to make for a pretty tough day. So let's go out here and see what we can find. All right, guys. We're at the mouth of the very first cove that we've come to here. We're going to try to get out of that wind, get out of that rough weather. We're going to ease through here, and we're going to see if we can find some crappie in here. Look at here, guys. I don't know if you can see that. There's a few right there. So we're going to make our way right down through the back, through this cove towards the back. We're going to see what we can locate. I may have to adjust my fish finders a little bit. There's a lot of debris in the water. I may have to turn the sensitivity down. We're going to see what we can see as we ease back here and get out of this wind. Alright, guys, I've come back to the back end of this cove, and I am not seeing fish back here. I'm not surprised. If there's fish back here, they may be all the way up on the bank spawning. With this cold front, this drop in temperature, I wouldn't be surprised if these fish have tried to drop down deeper, and they may be a little closer out to the edges on the river channel. So I'm not going to be able to fish the mouth of this cove just because of the wind blowing in on the river channel out there. So we're going to make our way back out of here, and we're going to move around on the lake and see if we can find another place to look for them that we can get a little shelter from this wind. Maybe it'll die down a little bit as the day goes on, but we're going to keep looking. I'll keep you up to date. Guys, I'm looking up here ahead of me, and it looks like I can see a definite change in the water color. It looks like a line of dirty water meeting cleaner water where all these folks are fishing. So we're going to ease up here and see if that's the case. Maybe we have found the cleaner water, and maybe there'll be some fish up here. Looks like a lot of other people think there are. let's see what we see. I'll see if I can show you all the difference in the watercolor. It just goes to show with a little bit of looking around on a lake how much of a difference it makes when you first get to the lake, especially after we've had these big rainstorms and we have huge amounts of water coming into the lake. But I don't know if you can see it on my screen or not, but right up here ahead of me there's a big change, and I apologize for the wind. It's blowing pretty good out here. We'll see if you guys can see this color change in the water. Just about to it. See if I can stop right on it. Can you guys see that? You see the change in the color of the water? Watch this. Going from muddy to right here. Just changed color. Now it's more of a stained color. Hasn't cleared all the debris hasn't cleared up on my screen a lot, but we definitely have a different water color. So I'm gonna ease around in here and see if I see any fish, or if this is just a lot of people getting out of the wind. Alright guys, I have come all the way nearly to the back of this creek, and although we got much better looking water, temperatures come up to 56 degrees, I was sure hoping to find some crappie back here away from the crowd and in this more shallow, warmer, clear water. But I'm just not seeing them, guys. Doesn't look like they're back here yet, unless they're up on the bank spawning, and I haven't got up on the banks to try that yet. So I'm gonna have to make my way back out here into the wind, unfortunately, and look around a little closer to deeper water and see what I can find doing that. I really hated to do it because the weatherman was completely wrong, and it is blowing a lot harder than what he claimed it was going to today. But we're gonna do what we can do. We're gonna get out here and we're gonna see if we can find a few fish. Alright guys, of course I missed the first one getting it on camera, but I got back up in here in this creek, and sure enough, didn't take me long. Found a nice big fat one. Good 1 3/4 pounds. Let's see if we can catch a couple more in here. Caught it on a little blue jig with a rattle in it. I can show that to you. Little blue jig, and I tied a rattle into it because the water's muddy. Seemed to do the trick, and what you didn't see was I caught about a 10-pound striper first. Hi guys, another big ass pre-spawn crappie, and I'll tell you, it ain't easy today. I've looked hard. I actually came up on a flat, caught this one in about 14 foot of water on a stick. Well, there you go. They're definitely starting to move into these creeks, but I'm not finding them super thick. But we're gonna keep looking. If I can find several of them, I'll try to get some of the catches on camera, but it's just been so long between me catching a fish that this is the best I could do for now. Oh, whoa, watch out. There we go, guys. A nice little crappie. I got a tree down here that's got some fish on it. But the problem is the tree's laying perpendicular to my boat, and the fish are on the other side of it. So I'm getting hung on it quite often. Hi guys. It's tough. I'm getting some opportunities, but the wind is blowing me around real bad. It's been hard for me to film. Seems like every time I turn the camera off, when I get one. But it's a nice fat one. I'm gonna weigh this one and see how much he weighs. I don't know if y'all can see that or not. 2.3. Nice size crappies. I'll switch up to a little Bobby Garland swimmer tail in a kind of a dark green, black and chartreuse for the most part. See if that gets a little more attention. Alright, of course when I change jigs, before I get the camera turned back on, we can catch one. Alright, we'll see if we can get one on film. Go guys, another big old crappie. Let's weigh him. I tell you, I have struggled today. I have finally found a few right here. The wind's dying down a little bit and I'm able to fish some, but it's tough. I've caught a nice mess of fish. I've turned them all loose, but we're gonna weigh this one. I think he's gonna be close to 2. See that, guys? 2.1. Another nice crappie. Still fat, hadn't spawned. Overestimated my flipping abilities on that one. Hook popped out and got me in the finger. Nice little crappie. Guys, finally getting you a few on film. Guys, now we're putting them in the boat. morning, guys. Sun setting. Right here at dark, the wind finally slacked off just enough I was able to get out to the edge of the creek channel right here next to shore where it goes into this cove, and sure enough we caught some fish. I wish I could have got more on camera for you. I wish I could have got some on the Livescope today, but it was just a struggle with the wind. I caught plenty of fish and caught some really nice ones. Just did a poor job with the camera work today, and it was just a struggle to get you some fish to show. And I tell you, I'm worn out. I'm ready to get out of this wind and relax a little bit.